Hello students, welcome to Computer Hardware Lab class for 6th semester electronic students. On today's class, we will be discuss about to study the assemble of a PC. So how to assemble a new PC? Equipment required is all peripherals need for a PC. Step to assemble a PC. So these are the basic steps we have to follow whenever we are assemble a new PC. The first one is gather what you need to build a PC. Open case and prepare for installation. Mount additional case fans. Prepare motherboard for out of case installation. Insert processor onto motherboard. Mount heatsink and fan on motherboard. Insert memory into motherboard. Insert memory 2, that is SSD, onto motherboard. Quickly test core components. Mount motherboard into case. Mount GPU and other PCI cards. Mount a hard disk and SSD in case. Then mount the optical drive in case. Connect case front panel cables. Mount power supply in case. Connect power supply to components. Then last check and booting your PC. Then set up the BIOS, install the OS, install all the required software, then update the drivers. Okay. Now see, the step number 1 is procuring parts. So first you need to purchase the parts necessary to build a computer or to set up a new computer. The first one is processor, then computer case, optical drive, that is your DVD writer and SATA capable is there, memory is there, power supply, SATA cables, motherboard, processor fan, cache fan, hard drive, then assortment of case and drive screws. So this 11 component you need, these are the things you are collecting first, then go for assembling a system. Now gather tools and supplies. Collect the tools that are needed for the project. So screwdriver, wire cutter and strippers, needle nosed, utility knife, small flashlight, adjustable warnet, small container to hold the screw, heatsink compound, grounding strap. Okay, so see this picture. So here all the physical tools are necessary whenever you are assembling a system. Then third step, open the case. Open the computer case by removing the side panel. Find the screw that holds the side panel in place and remove them. This one. Okay. So you have to open it and be cautious about the case may have sharp edges. Handle with care to avoid the injury. Okay. So here the screws are there. You have to open it. Okay. And here one type of slides are there. You have to push and out the panel side. Then step number 4, prepare the case for assembly. 3 things need to be done before assembling the begins. That is your remove any parts or packaging materials that may have been shipped inside the case. Okay, so this is the things. You have to cut it. Here also one cutter is there, you can cut the wire also. Remove the cover for the optical drive. On our case, we will be removing the cover on the highest drive bay to mount our DVD drive. Okay, so the bay is there where you have to install the DVD drive. Okay, as per figure number 7. Then make note of the cables pre-installed in the case. These should be front panel connectors, or it should be pronounced as front panel connection also, for features such as the power switch, audio jack and USB ports. If they are not labeled, consult the manufacturer. Okay, but already whenever you are purchasing all these things, it is having some label where it is written that this is the USB, the LED is there, all the options are available in a written form. Okay, this is the front panel connections. Now step 5 is your ground yourself. Put the grounding strap on your wrist and connect the other end to the computer case. If your strap is not equipped with a clip to hook to the case, find a place to wedge against the metal as shown this figure number 11. Okay, so this will prevent any build-up of static energy on your body from damaging the computer components. Okay, so this one is the strap, grounding strap is there. Okay, so one end is wrapped on your wrist and another one is on your system case, this one here. Okay, then step number 6, installation of motherboard. Follow these steps to install the motherboard in the case. Install the input output bezel plate into the opening in the back of the case. It pushed in from the inside. Install stand-ups in the case. The stand-ups screw into the motherboard mounting holes. Check the screw hole location on the motherboard for exact placement. Lower the motherboard into the case and align with the input-output bezel. Install the screws. Okay, now see this picture as per step number 6. So here we are having one motherboard. Okay, the SATA cable is there, input output bezel is there, and one manual CD is also there. Okay, so here also the stand up is there, screw is there. Okay, the screw and stand up, and here the holes are there where you have to mounting the motherboard screw. Now next, install hard drive. The hard drive is the device that store all of your data. It is 3.5 inches wide and need to be mounted so that you can gain access to the cable connection on the back. If that is not possible, you may need to connect cables before you install the drive. To mount the drive, first find a 3.5 inches of drive bay to install the drive in. If you have trouble finding a place to mount the drive, consult your case documentation for suggestion. Slide the drive into place until the screw holes on the sides are lined up with the holes in the case. Install the screw. Okay, so see, this is the 5.25 inches of drive base is there where you can install the hard drive, or 3.5 inches of drive base is there, and this is the drive mounting screw is there. that one is the another side. Okay, so like such a manner you can able to mount your hard drive. Okay, next, as for step 8, install optical drive. The optical drive is 5.25 inches wide and it is installed in the drive bay that we remove the cover from in a previous step. Okay, cables access consideration applied to this drive also to install the drive. So first one is slide the drive into the drive bay until the screw holes are lined up and the front of the drive is flush with the front of the case. Okay, make sure that it is oriented correctly. Install the screws. Okay, here. Now next is, after installing the optical drive, go for step 9, that is your install the CPU. The CPU is the brain of the computer. It is installed on the motherboard in the socket shown in figure number 20. Okay, in the next figure, to install the CPU, find the corner marking that design pin number 1 of the CPU. Okay, and it is shown on your figure number 19. And if you are having AMD brand processor, then the corner is marked with an arrow. Okay, then lift the small metal rod next to the socket as it is showing on your figure number 20. Then find the corresponding marking on the CPU socket and insert the CPU so that the marking are lined up. Push the rod down to lock the processor in the place. Okay, now see this picture. Okay, here if you are having AMD processor, the marking is there. Okay, orientation marking is there where you have to push the processor. Okay, so like such a manner you have to feed the processor. Now step number 10 is asked for install of your RAM. The RAM is the temporary memory location that the processor works from. Permanently stored data is pulled from disk and stored in RAM while the processor works with it. The memory is easy to install. Set the RAM board in the socket as shown in figure number 22, this one. Okay, check to see that the notch in the board is in the correct location, and if it is not, turn in around 180 degree. Press firmly on both ends of the board to set it into the socket. Make sure the tabs lock into place as shown in the figure number 23. Okay, and the warning is pressing the board in when the tab is not aligned cause damage to the RAM board as well as the motherboard also. So you have to handle it easily. Okay, so this is the RAM tab not aligned. Okay, so it is not to be fit for this one, and this is the RAM slot or DIMM slot where you have to mount your RAM. Okay, tabs lock into place when board is seated. Okay, this is the lock is there. Okay, now go for next step. For step 11, install the CPU fan. The CPU fan is really a combination of heatsink and the fan together. The unit draw heat away from the CPU to install the fan. Okay, so place thermal compound to the CPU following the instruction provided with the compound. Set the fan assembly on the CPU with mounting tabs aligned. Pull the locking rod down on the fan assembly to lock into place. Connect the fan assembly's power connectors to the motherboard. Then consult the manual to determine proper placement. Okay, and be cautious about failure to apply thermal compound will result in insufficient cooling and will cause damage to the CPU and or motherboard. Okay, so here you have to mounting the CPU fan. Now install the case fan. Okay, so this is the case fan here. So how you are able to install? The case fan is usually installed on the back panel of the case. Okay, so at the back side of your system or back panel of your system, you have to install the fan. If the fan mount is not obvious, consult the case documentation. To mount the fan, align the mounting holes by holding the fan to the mounting pad on the inside of the case as it is showing on the figure number 25. The fan needs to be mounted so that it blows air out of the case. Okay. So here you have to assign the CPU fan or case fan. Okay. Insert the screw from the outside of the case and tighten. Clear? Like such a manner you have to mount your case fan. Then step number 13 is asks you install a power supply. Consult your case documentation for details and then follow this direction to install the power supply. Okay. Align the mounting holes in the case and power supply as shown in the figure number 26. Okay. After alignment, you have to just screw and tight it. Okay. Now for step number 14, connect the cables. With all of the component installed in the case, the jungle of wires can be daunting. It is important to consult the motherboard manual in order to make sure proper connections are made or not. There are two kinds of connection, power and your data. Okay. Every device that has been installed need power. The power supply connectors are shown. The motherboard has two power connections and there are two connectors specially for SATA device. The other connectors will run fans and other non-SATA devices. Data cables connect drives and front panel devices to the motherboard. Otherwise, you can consult the motherboard documentation for the exact placement of connectors. Okay. So, here the SATA cables are there. Now, incorrect connection can damage the component and cause the injury of your body. Okay. So, properly you have to connect the cables in the proper place. Then, as per step number 15, wrap up. Now that the components are completely installed, the last thing to do is to reinstall the side panels on the case. The computer is now ready to be turned on and to have software loaded on it. If the computer has problem starting up, check all components connections and mounting to make sure that you have hooked everything up correctly or not. Okay. Otherwise, consult the individual component manual for specific troubleshooting information if problem persists. Okay. So, after assembly of your PC, you have to install the respective operating system. Okay. Then you have to install all the drivers. After that, you should install the required application software. Okay. So, here you got the idea about how you are able to assemble a system. Okay.